Hi, my name is Samba. I'm here again to talk about what I learned when I went to the Museum of Contemporary Art and other places. And so I'm here to talk about the experience and the advantages I had from what I saw and about all this artwork I saw out there. It was really intense, but I really learned a lot. I learned certain things I didn't know about art. I learned that art was just not your drawing, that people just draw every day. I really learned that every act that you see on the wall has a meaning, has a different purpose of why the person did it, I mean, you don't just do art because you just want to do it. You add a value to it, you add a meaning to the act. I learned a lot, especially since I didn't know out there, I asked people who worked out there and they've been there for years. They know so much about the art which you displays on the wall or in a glass. I mean, they know much about the act. So sometimes when I don't know something that I've never seen before, I ask, "What is this? What is this used for?" And they're ready to tell me everything I need to know. I really learn a lot about going to museums, and I've, it was really a lot I've really learned. The advantages of what I really learned a lot. So yeah, more like about this lady from Nigeria who was called what Nkanga. Nkanga. I mean, most of her acts were based from back home, from the natural resources. No, the act wasn't just there. I mean, it was always based from the natural resources. So she had a root from her act, from what she did. She used this for just for anything. And what I also saw when I went to one museum, that was contemporary art. Yeah, I saw these acts that were kind of displayed on the wall, and it took me back home. It took me back home, and I said, "Wow!" So I had a connection with the arts. I said, I never thought I was going to see this. So doing this class really helped me a lot. Let's see if I can find this. So it's an African art. It took me back. I said, "Whoa!" So we have something like this here. So I had a connection to it. So I was just thinking that okay, that was a pretty awesome thing that I really liked. So let me see if I can find something right here. Yeah, something like this art. You guys see this art? Yes, I can relate to this art. I can really relate to this art because it's an non-Western art. It is from Africa. It is a country they wear this as in a form of art for traditional dance. People wear this to dance for festivals. So I saw it. It took me right back home. It took me right back to my roots. That's I mean, going to a museum. These are the kind of things I learned, and I said, this is really awesome. So I mean, I didn't waste my time going to a museum. I learned all this. I just said, wow, this is really good. I mean, so and I said, yeah, I'm gonna keep going to the museum because I want to learn more things because like the class was just for like 7 days, it was so intense. So I didn't get a chance to really learn a lot. But like as a student, you can always once you have your ID, you can always go for free. So I was thinking that hey, I'll be going most of the time to go and learn most of the art stuff because I want to learn more. It was nice. I really enjoyed the class, but it was intense and yeah, but it was really I really really enjoyed it. I really learned a lot from going to the museum. Okay, and I want to talk about this guy from John Dewey, right? About going to a museum. Okay, he said it's an education for ideas about active and experience based on learning and promotion of museums as a critical component of child's education. Kids go there to learn things. Kids go there to learn things they don't know about. So that is a way of learning. For you to see things, I mean, if you like drawing, you might go say, "Oh, mom, I like this," and it's like maybe that is where the root might be. So like, kids go there to learn. So I mean, I was just it was yeah, it was really cool from what he said. Okay, the ways uh, explores the democratic core of the ways philosophy, the ways ideas in relation to museum, practice in progress, tradition, exploring his procedures, contep- contep- contemporaries, and successes. Okay, he said there are unique areas for learning. He said the museum is a unique place to learn. Yeah, really unique place to learn, and they're really nice place to learn. So I encourage anyone who is watching me right now to make good use of the art museum, because there are so many things you can learn going to the art museum. So yes, there are really ways of learning, the unique ways of learning. Yeah, I mean, the art can make you rich. You say it made him rich by exploring nature of their environment. They also have a long history educating the public through informal and non-formal learning. Through their interactive nature, museums have the power to confront individual segments and therefore the way people view the world. Yeah, I mean it's true. Like as I was saying, every art has its roots. You don't need to draw every act. Act has been there for years, and every act you see has its roots from how it was brought into this world, from this. Because sometimes I went to the museum. You might see certain acts that you are tired of seeing it, but they still do the same acts all over and all over again. Jesus, the cross, you know, like people have made it so many ways, so many different. But it's just the same thing, but it can be also annoying stuff. Okay. And about Andrea Foster critique, and Andrea Foster, it says a teacher critique uh, is a artistic practical that reflects critically on its own housing of in galleries, okay, and museums, and on this concept and social function of art itself. Such concepts have always been a part of modern art, but took on a new agency at the end of the 1960s, when driven by the social apparel of time and assembly, and enabled by the tools and techniques of conceptual arts. Institutional critique emerged as a grenade. The what? Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So yeah, the anthropology traces the development of institutional critique as a artistic concern from the 1960s to the present by gathering, writing, and representative of art projects, artists from across Europe and throughout the Americans who developed and extended their greenery. The extent and artworks includes the notable for the range of uh, prospective prospective positions that reflects for the influence of pushing the boundaries of what is meant by social critique, like Abiro and the Sitman's conceptual acts, a critical anthology. This volume will shed new light on the subject through the critical and historical framing. Even readers already familiar with social critique will come away from this book with a greater and often redirected understanding of its significance. Yes, its significance. So this is what Andrea said. So I hope we will all learn from this. All right. Thank you, guys.